Good morning, people.
Morning, people.
You were made for me, so
おはようございます。
easy. I wanna be your favorite boy. I wanna be your away. I'm trying to be your number one. おざっす。
びっくりした。言ってよ。びっくりした。消えたんだけど。
ごめん。
Disappeared. Oh my god. びっくりしました。
I almost forgot that I have free will. So, today we're gonna be doing something interesting, I guess? I don't even know what it is yet, but I'm doing it. Guys, I totally free-willed a little too hard today. Totally forgot that I needed to vlog. So, I went to the Starbucks and I worked at Starbucks forever, and I went to a shrine, and then I prayed at the shrine, and I'm starting a business, so I'm like really trying to work on it and whatnot. Today, honestly, I think there were 3 things, that really stuck out to me. One, it's that my company, what I'm trying to do right now, doesn't have a vision, right? So like one of the hardest parts about being an entrepreneur is having the vision, right? I feel like there are two secret items that you really need to be able to do entrepreneurship properly. One is vision, and then the other one is actuation capacity. So the ability to actually carry out or execute on that vision, right? And vision is easier to come by. It's like the easier of the 2 things. I guess it depends on who you talk to. If you listen to venture capital podcasts and whatnot, not venture capital, sorry, Y Combinator podcasts, then they say that ideas are a dime and a dozen, i.e. like vision and what you're going to go through and do, what you can accomplish. But I don't know, I jumped into this entrepreneurial endeavor. I've tried to come up with like my own idea for years, right? Like come up with like my own vision, like what it is that I wanted to do. But as with most people of my generation, and maybe just at the general stage in life that I'm at right now, it's impossible to know what it is I want to do, right? At least like, what is my life purpose, That is a question that I think most probably, if you count all of the human beings that have ever existed, at least in our more free society, that is a question that I don't think very many people answer in their lifetimes. I think there are more common and less common like resolutions to that problem, right? Like, what is the purpose of my life? A more common resolution is to do what other people tell you, right? So, I can't determine what my own purpose is, so I need to rely on God, or I need to rely on my family, or I need to rely on my friends, or maybe to some degree aptitude tests, or just like, what am I good at? But I guess that's more of an internal thing. So they either rely on that, or they rely on, so those are like external, like guiding pressures, or they go through the natural stages of life, and I think the biggest reason why people say that you need to take risks in your 20s is because once you have children, which is typically around 30s when you do tend to settle down on average, or at least tend to have enough intercourse to result in a baby by that time for the average human. At that point in time, your purpose in life, if you haven't previously determined what it is going to be, ends up being your kids, right? And nothing is wrong with any of these, right? These are all noble passions, right? To pursue things that your religion tells you to do, or to pursue love, in a loving relationship and caring for another person. It's just, to me, like, it could be pure egotism. I'm not opposed to that being the case. But to me, it feels like that comes off as like a very common and easy path to take in life. And despite how much I enjoy Common and Easy, like despite how human I am, I actually think that I want to go and try something more extraordinary. It's kind of why I moved to Japan. Unlike most of the foreigners that I've met out here, it's not because I have some sort of obsession with the language or because I really love Japanese women. Though, you know, the latter isn't bad, so, you know, like, anyways, it's weird. But, yeah, so that's, I think coming back to it all, that's kind of what I've been struggling with starting this business. I spent the last 6 years of my life, so all throughout college, all throughout my first 2 years outside of college, like working full time, just ruminating on this question over and over and over again. I've meditated, I've run for months on end, I've journaled, I've started up YouTubes, I failed at YouTubes, I've started up blind dating events, and I failed at those events. And all of this effort has culminated in me simply not knowing what it is that I want to do with my life, right? And you know, that's okay, because I'm only 24. I'm not the most intelligent person on the planet. I don't have an extraordinary upbringing, or even, you know, like I had a great upbringing, don't get me wrong, but, you know, not one that was necessarily guided in terms of like what path you know, I was set up to take in life, you know? Definitely open to my own musings, right? Which is both a blessing and a curse, right? You know, people always say grass is greener on the other side. I'm sure having your childhood and who you are as a person being dictated by your family is also a blessing and a curse, right? But for me, where I'm coming from and in my own personal experience, I've struggled greatly with having these open and large ambitions and ruminations, you know, or you know, ambition, right? Like always just this torrent of ambition in me, and I can't seem to pick like a path consistently. You know, I kind of go all over the place, and so I decided to start up my own business to put myself in a make or break position, right? I'm only making money through the business right now. There's no other place that I'm making money, right? And I'm surviving off of my savings only because I'm living in Japan, and Japan is substantially cheaper than the United States, where I'm from. And despite all of this, I've struggled quite a bit with coming up with what it is that I want to do with my life. And you know, what is the purpose, what is the vision for this business? You know, I know I want it to benefit humanity, and I really want to be able to give to people and give back and genuinely help people's businesses and you know, people in general, educate them, you know. I mean, I started up an education channel, I started up my own personal channel, I started up the joint channel, Improvise Japan. I've been helping Areha with his channel. We have one client right now who, you know, we've been working with, and you know, we haven't provided a whole lot of value yet, right? And I really want to be providing them value, like deeply, you know. So the only way out is through, and this little miniature diary to myself, which was a ridiculous ramble, and my first attempt at really doing this, is going up, and it needs to be over because I've got to get back to work. So, see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you made it through my little tirade, all 10 of you people who are actually watching it, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.